What's up?
I got a disturbing email last night. What are you doing, Chris?
I'm not doing anything.
It's going bum 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 bum.
That's not me.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a disturbing email last night from Google, who is doing the whole Fight for the Future, which is an online, or stop the Online Piracy Act thing, or no, it's against the Stop Online Piracy Act, or SOPA. And basically what they said is everyone who signed their petition against SOPA, which they ended up getting around 10 million or so people to sign it when they only needed 3 million, they all contributed to stopping the Piracy Act from going any further as of right now. All of the U.S. government, anybody in the government, are shaking in their shoes because they don't want to touch it. They're so scared that they won't get back in office if they talk about it. So from now until election day, we will probably not hear anything about SOPA or PIPA. However, Europe is starting to do similar acts, trying to get them pushed. And the main people behind them are the music industry and companies similar.
Just a phrase.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, one of the bills I know was started in Ireland, and it's, let's see,
ACTA.
it's the TPP-1 bill, and there's also the ACTA bill, which is from somewhere else in Europe. The same people who were working on SOPA gave the Europeans the same base for their ACTA bill, so it would do the exact same thing as SOPA. Let's see, anything else I can find through this email? So basically, the ACTA bill is exactly like SOPA, and the TPP bill is from, or it's, I think it's supposed to be the same as PIPA, is what it sounds like. So if you don't know what those bills were really for,
Then you missed out on something. I seriously fucked up my English there.
it's alright. If you don't know what those bills are, you probably shouldn't be watching any YouTube right now, because that's what life would be like if those bills got passed. Alright, so we haven't heard much from Chris.
Sorry.
Would you like to try and explain some of the stuff about SOPA, since I've been talking mostly?
No.
Okay.
It's basically just the big censorship bill that they were trying to pass here in the U.S. And I mean, it was trying to block out basically every single website possible. So we finally convinced them to not pass it because there was a lot of threats and stuff about it. So
basically, what the bill would have done if it got passed is it would have shut down sites like Mega Upload and Mediafire, because those sites are file hosting sites. Even though most of the people that use those sites use them to transfer documents back and forth between their friends and whatever, people still upload music on those sites. So that is against copyright laws and considered piracy. However, those sites should not be held responsible according to their service agreements that you sign or that you accept when you upload anything. However, SOPA is basically backed by companies like MGM Records and Activision, big name companies that release content that can be downloaded over the internet or downloaded to a computer and then put up so people can get it for free. So, those companies are really pushing it because they think they're losing money when in reality there's got to be a profit margin where they know that this is going on. So if they know they're losing money, and it's been this way forever, and basically they want to shut down those sites like Mega Upload and Mediafire because they don't like them. And Mega Upload has been shut down twice now by those companies. And when they got shut down, it was by the government, supposedly, but the companies actually paid for it. So basically what would happen is if you uploaded something on YouTube and it had a song or a clip from TV or a clip of a game, a clip from a movie, anything along those lines, SOPA or PIPA, if those bills were passed, the government would be allowed to take your content off the internet and possibly block you from that site. That is what PIPA does. PIPA takes your IP, or takes IP addresses of websites like Mega Upload, Pirate Bay, ISO Hunt, those type of websites, blocks them from users here in the US. And if you think about it, the US hosts most of the websites that are on the internet. And that's where the problem is, because it would have screwed up the whole world if that would have happened. Now, this is how I like to think of it. China, a communist country that is basically a shithole of a country, they have these bills that they enacted a long time ago. And sites like YouTube, they don't get to see sites like YouTube. Facebook?
Or Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook doesn't show up in China. Now think of it this way. Do we want to be like China?
No.
Okay, so these bills aren't anything good. They violate our right of speech, which is in the Constitution.
Not for Charles, so.
Well, there is ground laws, grundlagar. And well, freedom to okay, now I gotta really, what the fuck is it called? Fuck it!
Quick, Google
Translate, here I come.
I would also like to add, like, sites like BT Junkie and other websites like that have voluntarily shut down because of fear that they were going to be shut down by the government because of these bills. So if you try and go on some of the file sharing websites, they're shut down.
Yeah, exactly. Hey guys, the video ended up being a little bit longer than we had expected when we started